I'm Robin Fiked at Stamping Country. Welcome to my stamping studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make this double gatefold card. I just love this fancy fold card for showcasing beautiful cardstock. I'm using the Memory Lane designer paper. Here's another card made with the same paper. I just used different embellishments on the top. I stamped the magnolia and colored it on this one. On the other one, it was die cut. I'm going to show you how to do this fold with the card on the left. You ready to get started? You're going to start with a piece of designer paper. This Magnolia Memories paper is actually 30% off right now because it's on the retirement list, the Stampin' Up! Retirement list for 2020. You want to score at 2 inches and 4 inches. Flip it over to the other end and score at 2 inches and 4 inches. So from both ends, you scored 2 inches and 4 inches. Simple, simple, right? Now we want to cut the corners. So I'm going to measure from the bottom 2 3/4 inches and make a little tick mark. I'll do that on the other side. From the bottom, 2 3/4 inches and make a tick mark. The second tick mark is going to be at the top, and it's going to be the second score line, so that's 4 inches. And then we're going to cut off those triangles with our cutter. So we'll line that up. We'll line up our tick marks, the 2 3/4 to the 4. And we'll trim. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Make sure you save those triangles. They are handy for making quick and easy cards. You can either use them as triangles on the corner, or you can put them together to form a rectangle. Now back to our card. You're going to want to use your bone folder to get crisp fold lines. Just look at this. You can see both sides of your designer paper. How many times have you pulled out some gorgeous designer paper and simply couldn't decide which side should be up? Well, with the double gatefold card, you just solved that problem. Both sides are up. Beautiful. All right, we have the base of our card. It showcases our lovely paper. Then we're going to use a die set called Stitch Label Dies. And I'm going to use this really fancy frame, and look at all the detail on this thing. Detailed dies can sometimes be tricky, so here's a fun tip for you. In between the cardstock and the die, place a dryer sheet, and you'll see how magically the die separates from the cardstock. It also cuts well. It's just a super fabulous trick. Plus, if you have scented dryer sheets, it smells great too. So place that on your cutting machine. I'm going to run that through. I'll run it back just for good measure. Now watch this. Watch how easily this is going to pull apart. Woohoo! And a lot of the little pieces have already fallen out. There's just a couple in there. We'll separate the dryer sheet from the cardstock. And you can pierce out any little extra that it missed. But watch this. Look at that. That's a lot of detail, and it cut perfectly. So next time you're using a detail die, try your dryer sheet. We're going to use the Stitched Around stamp set, and we're going to stamp, this may be my favorite sentiment in this set. It's called, "Oh darling, you are fabulous." We're going to stamp with Early Espresso ink. I'm using my Stamparatus. I think it eliminates a lot of stamping errors, and I've really grown accustomed to using it. Look, the one word on the bottom corner doesn't seem to be showing up well, so I'm going to try that again. Oh, so much better. That's the advantage to using the Stamparatus. And then we're going to die cut some of our pieces. I'm going to use the edge piece for the petal pink panel that I'm going to put inside my card. So this is 5.5 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to place this edge die from my Magnolia dies. And I'm going to run that through my die cut machine. It just gives me a cute little edge. I'm just doing it because I can. Then we'll stamp our inside sentiment. This is from the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, and it just says thanks. You could change it out if you want to say something else. I do like this thanks. Beautiful, quick, easy. We'll place that on the inside. We're still showcasing lots and lots of designer paper. Beautiful. To finish this off, I've cut some dies with my Magnolia dies. This is Petal Pink designer cardstock, and then I cut the solid shape with Whisper White. We're going to stack those together. So for this card, I've used dies for my embellishments. On the second card, I used a stamped image and colored it. Now here's the trick. You want to leave a little bit on the edge so that you can tuck those leaves under. It helps keep the folds together when your card is shut. So again, you can see that little space. That's where I'm going to tuck. The Stampin' Dimensionals pop it up, so it's easier to tuck things in there. And we'll place that on the left side of our card. No adhesive on the right side because you want to be able to open your gate. I'm going to use glue dots just on the tips of these leaves. You don't have to do this part. I just think it helps the card to stay folded shut. It's a little bit of a clasp. So then you can open it, and then when you close it, you would just tuck those leaves under the flower. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thanks so much, and have a fabulous day.